My heart goes out to you. God bless.
Some had family meeting them as I did. Some never saw them again.
Sorry for the rant. I couldn't help it. Accidentally removed you from the Brilliant, brilliant. This is where we're going to get a little bit serious because, also, remember last week when we were highlighting what they called the Roman salute? And you could tell this is coming because I found this little bit of interaction interesting. You've got to say that what she does here is brilliant, and I think anybody who defends what Elon Musk did, I think they should do exactly what this fantastic young lady says.
This salute trutherism is outrageous. This is
so
the most.
Do it right
this is
now
the
on
biggest.
TV.
This is the biggest conspiracy
do it right now on TV.
It's crazy.
If you think it's normal, if you think this is a normal way to greet people, do it right now on TV.
Scott,
why won't you?
I want to.
Absolutely. Because you can tell he's got his look on his face as if to say, not look at her and just try and ignore her because she knows full well he won't do it. Because if he did, do you think he'd be on the show next week? Bet you your bottom dollar he wouldn't be on that show ever again or any other show. And I just think, yeah, anybody defends that, what he did, then just say, well, go on, do it now then. Yeah, if there's nothing wrong with it, you do it now then. Sure, absolutely brilliant. Like this is top class. This is top class. This is hilariously funny. Engineer explains Elon's salute.
Hey guys, Tesla Engineer here. I'm going to be breaking down this video from the inauguration. I'm not sure what the hubbub is all about. I'm a scientist, and what really matters here is the angle. Now, the danger zone here is about 135 degrees. We can see that right here. Okay, now, in Euclidean terms, this is what we call the Nazi index, right? If you have an angle, any angle that goes beyond 135 degrees, then boom, you are a Nazi. But here, we have not reached that index yet. We're not in that space yet. However, anything above 135 should be considered in support of the Third Reich. I'm talking about things like futons, reclining beach chairs, the time 250 on a clock. All of those are Nazi propaganda. Elon, however, does not reach that far. Now, not only that, but look at the inverted parabola of the mouth here, right? With someone with genocidal beliefs, we would expect at least 10 degrees of additional concavity in the frown. We don't have that. Instead, anybody who's studied 101 geometry knows this. Instead, we obviously have an upside down smile, right? An upside down smile. So clearly, I don't really know what the hubbub is about. Also, this is just a one-off thing, as you can see from this video. God damn it.
Yes. Do we all recognise this moron? Because if it's not called out for what it is, they're just basically normalising it.
This I see as the last stand for the West. This is the last stand for Christendom. It's make or break time. The whole of the old world is crumbling. Every country in Europe is embracing death. America, as far as I could see, is the only country fighting for life. And that's down to you guys. So God bless all of you for what you're doing. Please keep doing it. I hope that I can encourage you. And my heart goes out to you. God bless.
Yes, there you go. He just made it out as all that nonsense. And like he does, he puts out his tweet and says, today I received hundreds of nasty calls, texts, voicemails and emails today from very bitter, angry, vile leftists. They are often the very thing they accuse you of. I am not a Nazi, but I forgive you for your ignorance. My heart goes out to you. All I'm going to say is you're an absolute piece of shit. I don't want your forgiveness. I just want you to stop being a cunt. And I also think I'd also like you to do is go take your face for a fucking shit and then fuck off. And then once you've done that, go take it for another shit and fuck off even further. And then after that, go take your face for an even bigger shit and then fuck even further off to a point where you either die of an early death or from leprosy or an early death. Because I don't want your forgiveness. because I always think these are the worst type of people. You know, these are the worst. You're always going to get evil people, aren't you? You vile, evil people. But there are people who hide behind God, you know, so they can say their most vilest thing. Then there are those that wearing the cloth, and they think, just because I'm a man of the cloth, I can say whatever I want. Is an absolute vile, disgusting piece of shit. And the best thing I could ever hope for this cunt is that he fucks off. And as luck would have it, oh, look what happened. Oh dear, how sad. Never fucking mind. Yes, Calvin Robinson's licence revoked by the Anglican Catholic Church over political actions. I'll say, yes, you can read it. It says, at approximately 3:30 p.m. today, members of the College of Bishops at the ACC were made aware of a post made on X showing the end of a speech made by Cockend Robinson at the National Pro-Life Summit in Washington, D.C. In it, he closed his comments with a gesture that many have interpreted as a pro-Nazi salute. It's not interpreted. It fucking is. While we cannot say what was in Mr. Robinson's heart when he did this, we all know what's in his heart, and it's just hatred. He's just a vile individual, and his action it didn't appear, he knew exactly what he doing, to have been an attempt to curry favour with certain elements of the American political right by provoking its opposition. Mr. Robinson had been warned that online trolling and other such actions, whether in service of the left or right, are incompatible with a priestly vocation, and was told to desist. Clearly is not, as such, his licence in the church. This church has been revoked. He is no longer serving as a priest in the ACC. Oh dear, how fucking sad. Never fucking mind. And what annoys me even more is the fact that he has the audacity to basically do it in the week when it was, I've forgotten, it's Holocaust Memorial Day. And let's be honest, if I was able to speak to that crank, that absolute bottleneck piece of shit, I would say to him, go explain your bollocks to this guy. Yeah, you explain it after what he says here.
We had to tear a picture of President Benesch out of our school books and stick in a picture of Hitler, and there were German soldiers everywhere. My mother took me to the station. A lot of anxious parents not knowing whether they'd see their children again. You know, when you're a refugee, where are you? You lose a lot of papers. You know, you don't bring your filing cabinet with you. I had a small version of this stuck on my luggage. I'm Alf Dubs. I'm a Labour member of the House of Lords. I came to Britain at the age of 6 on a kinder transport from Prague. I arrived in the UK at the end of June 1939, just before the war started. When there was a threat that the Nazis would occupy Prague, my father said he was leaving. He told his cousins, if this happens, he's out. And the cousins said they'll take their chance, and very tragically, in 1942, the Gestapo came for them to take them to Auschwitz. I think it's important that we remember the Holocaust, but above all, its significance has to be the lessons for today. The Nazis started off with words. They started off with abusing Jews and other people, but then it escalated. I was luckier than many. Some had family meeting them as I did, some never saw them again.
Sorry for the rant, I couldn't help it, because I just detest that piece of low-life shit. Anyway, that's the serious part of it over. His arse didn't touch the floor after that, sacked right away. Church kicked him out 2 days ago. I'm more Christmas. That's when I performed Evil One by Venom in a church talent show. Nice one, Jack. I am ordained minister by Unitarian Church and also Seed Church of Subgenius. The latter means I can make all of you ministers congratulations. You're all ordained. Oh, thank you. I am now a man of the cloth. Probably be more chance of me touching cloth than ever being ordained. Unless you are already ordained in the subgenial, in which case I've accidentally removed you from the church. Brilliant, brilliant.